Hey, here's my 5 indicator strategy that I'll share with you guys. It's pretty simple. I heard one of you guys is doing the moving average thing. It's kind of like it, but it's a little different twist. I like this much better than. I mean, you got to practice what you do what you practice, and hey. So let's get started with this. Okay, so let's add some indicators. So I am going to add two EMAs. That's moving exponential averages. Right here, as you can see, right there. 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to edit one. And mine are different colors. They're colors that I am used to. So pay attention. So what I do is I brighten this up. I want to see this thing. I want to see this thing here. Okay, my number is 10. I like 10. It's responsive. All that. So here's my 10. Bam. Okay, my next is a 50. EMA 50. So I make my 50 there. And once again, my color is not your color. I thicken this line up. This is a very important thing. Very important EMA. So here's what I got. Okay. So let's go over this. Okay. So we're moving back. Okay. So here's what we got. Okay. We got the 10, which is a fast moving line. 50 is like a turtle. It's just walking along, walking along, walking along. And then the fast rabbit comes boop right there. So this is signaling a sell. Okay? So it dips along here, it dips along, it dips along. Now let's put a horizontal line across this spot here, okay? Just so I know, we'll use a horizontal ray. So, bam, we got that purple line. Let's make it yellow. I really like to see the damn thing. Okay, so there we go. We entered here at this level. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm not dropping lines everywhere. So here we go. We're moving along, moving along, moving along. Wow. Look, this line never, ever, 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 ever touched it. So let's drop another array right at the thing there. Bam. Okay. So, okay, let's see how many pips we'd actually would have made. Okay, my eyes aren't really good at seeing this. Okay, so that's 305.3 pips. About 305 pips. Okay. Now let's hold up a sec now. Okay, that was up from there, so that's really not accurate there. Okay, let me get out of this. Okay. So when this crosses over, right, we really don't know that it's crossing over right on that line. So it's actually right around here. So if it crosses over, and this is if we get in. Well, we're going to know it's going to be crossing over. So say we get in right at the very tip top of this, right there. So here's where we got in. Actually, we didn't get in up here. We got in right here. Okay, so let's just move this over a little. Okay, now here's the problem with this. Okay, so here's where I got in right here. Okay, and this is on 15-minute time frame here. Okay, normally I'm on a day time frame when I'm actually looking at this stuff. So that says 176 bars. Actually, 3 days and 20 hours. So I don't know. You want to wait 3 days and 20 hours to coop up I don't know, let's say, let's round it off, 298, 300 pips. Okay. Okay. Say you do it at $1 a pip, or say you do it at $10 a pip. I mean, you're going to come up through a little drawdown. Say you put it right up there, right? You're in nothing but profit here. Nothing but profit. Nothing but profit. So this little rise right up here, this little rise here means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. Okay. So, okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at when this, when it's no friggin' good. Okay, say we get here, right? We come in here. Hey, this is a good, this is a, I don't know, say we get in here, say right up here. Hey, that's 60 pips. Bam. And that's 12 hours. Hey, we've had worse, haven't we? Okay. And then when it actually never touched that line, never crossed over that line, so technically you could say, hey, I'm still going. But, you know, like here's a good example. Okay, we come up here, right? It crosses over. Say we jump in here. We're a little scared of it right here. Say we jump in. Okay, bam. Okay, this says 32 pips basically. We're going to round off just to the nearest pip. Okay, 32 pips. But if we would have caught it up on the high, we would have made 57 pips. So hey, sometimes you got to jump out. Okay, so these are the two indicators that I use most. Now, when is this not good? It's not good through choppy shit. If it's going through shit like this, you're going to lose your ass. So beware. Moving averages are fine for long trend. Now let's take a look at this. Now I want to show you something. Moving averages change. When you change the time frame, you change the moving averages. Okay, for, let's say 1 day. Okay. See this? Look at this. Right here, it's changed the whole thing. Remember my lines were here? Marking them. Remove. Let's remove. Okay. Now I'm trying to go over this the best I possibly can. Let's say this is a buy. Okay. So we say it. We know it's going to crash. Say we get in on the end of this candle. Say we get in right at the very end. Okay. It doesn't matter if this candle or this candle. So let's just say we get in the very end, giving it the benefit of the doubt. We come up here, right? Here's our bottom line here, right? This is our break-even point, okay? And it's still going. I mean, let's go here. So we've only made 179 pips right now, but we could have made, if we caught the very top wick, almost 600 pips. So I know what you're saying, okay? And this is 62 days, 2 months. This has been running 2 months. Now remember, the last one ran, I don't know, what I say, 23 days, something like that. So the smaller units, the faster times will go. I mean, if you go a week, hey man, if you put a small amount of money on it, it's going to generate you some pips, okay? Your returns are going to be phenomenal. Okay, let's move on to my next indicators, okay? So here's my indicators. So now I'm going to introduce you to Stosh, and that is stochastics. Stochastics, that's what I call it, stochastics. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not. It starts with an S. This one right here. Here's one. I don't use this RSI. I use just a simple stochastics. Bam. Here's what it looks like on the bottom. Let's set it up now. Okay. Okay, so what I do is I click up here and I'm going to start changing. I like white as a fast moving line, and I thicken that white up. I click on it. I make sure it's not opaque so you can't see through it. I want to see that line. Okay. That's okay. The next one is yellow. I just change it. Now this is the fast, this is the slow. Okay. I see these colors real good. Just, you know, I have cataracts. I'm old. I'm 58 years old. Hey, I'm an old man. Okay. I didn't mean to get out of there. Okay. Format. You can go in there different ways. Okay. Thick line, and you can set this up any way you choose, but this is the way I do it. And, you know, and I found this works best. I've adopted many different, you know, things. Now, here, I change this to 8. Look how, see how jagged all this shit is? It's jagged. I don't like jagged. Jagged sucks. So, 8, 3. I'm smoothing everything out. Look, nice and smooth. That's the way we like it. Okay. So, let's go back. Okay. Now, what is this telling you? Okay. And I do a little more work to this thing. I customize this shit. I put a line here. I put a line here. I put a line here. Okay. Format this line is 10. And this is green. Bright green line. Okay? Green, and it's solid. It's not opaque. I can see the friggin' line right here. See it? Okay. This one, we format, it is red. Okay? And the same thing, I come up here, and this is 90. Okay? Now you're probably saying, okay, you're charting out your blocks. So now you have 10, now you have 90. Now this one, I format, and I always use the same colors. Always use the same colors. I set my maps up exactly the same time after time after time. Okay, and this one is teal. I like teal. I can see teal. Okay, this is my 50 line. So, say here, right? Say I see this crossing up. Okay, it's a buy, right? I'm not going to buy. Because you know why? It's oversold. There's no more buyers. There's no more buyers. Nothing's going to get higher than this. See this? Look, you got in here, right? It's starting to cross, but you probably didn't get into up here. Okay? It's moving fast. This is fast. This isn't, well, actually this is 1 day. Let's move this down a little. Yeah, 1 day is pretty screwy. Let's move it to hours. Hours is what I like the best. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, here it is. It's jumping around. Okay, it's a buy. It's coming up to a buy. Or let's look at this. Let's look at the sell. Look, are you gonna sell here? No. You know why? Even though you see this coming down, you're saying, oh, it's going to be a great sell, right? No, this tells you, okay? There's no more sellers. There's no more sellers here. The price is too low. The bulls have bought everything here. It's saturated. And this is why it's green. Oh, and you know what? I didn't set this damn thing up. Forgive me. Okay? I knew I didn't do it right. You know what I mean? Upper is red. Lower is green. Okay? This, I like white. And I like real pale light. So when I do this, look, it jumps up. See, look, I can see everything. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so this part, bulls live down in the valley. This one, mountains, bears live up in the mountains. Okay? Bears come down to eat the little animals in the valley. Bulls run up the mountain to, you know, kill the bears. But anyhow, okay, so let's look at this. Here's an ideal setup right here. So we're coming in. Now I want you to look at something here. See this little peak? See where this line crossed this thing, and they're both going up. They're both going up. That is a stochastic buy signal right here. This is a buy signal, a strong buy signal, right smack dead here. Now, if you came up, you would have said, oh, I'm going to buy here. Well, now you're caught in bullshit. You're caught, say you got right here, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours later, you're into this shit. Now, but if you would have looked at this, and then looked at these, now you're in the trade. Now you're going up. Okay, let's drop a line. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, so we got in the trade right smack dead here. Right at the end of this, we got in here. Okay, bam. Okay, so that's our line. So we're coming up here, coming up here. Okay, now we're exited. We're exited out of the thing. Okay, now if we exit where it says, then we're going to say we're at the very bottom of this, because we don't know. We don't know if this is going to change up or what, and just barely touched that, but it really made its thing right here. So basically, let's just call it the end of this candle here. Okay, right at the end of this candle, bam. Okay, let's see how many pips we've made. Okay, we're in a sell. Bam, we come up. Okay, so we've made 116 pips. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. But now let's look at something here now. Okay, we entered right about here, right? Remember, right here. Let's click. Okay, let's come back. Okay, come on up here. Bam, right at the end of this thing here. So that's 2 days and 14 hours for, you know, 151 pips, something like that. Or no, sorry. For 117 pips, 117 pips. So, okay, now let's take a look at this now. Now we saw this, right? Now, we should have had some indication that this was going to crash down. And how did we have that indication? We know this is the high. Anytime something goes above this 90 here, it's not staying up there long. Now, it will do this all day long. It'll pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to, oh, look at this. Look, I'm going to jump in here. If you don't use your bands, right? And you jump in here, you think, oh, that's a hammer. I'm going to jump in here, right? Oh, there's a push pin. I'm going to jump in there, right? You're screwed. It's a loss. And, you know, and if you look at this time zone here, 2018, 514, I don't know what time zone that is, but you know what? 1600 my time. That's Asian market time coming online here, or so. You know, end of New York City time. You know, my time, Eastern Standard Time. It's all, you know, consolidated. So, you know, stochastics is good. Now look, if you're only using stochastics, look, it's telling you right here to sell. And look, now it's telling you to exit the trade. See, and it's not much. See, so this is where this thing's a little weak. You know, because if you would have got in here, up here like this, and did this, and then you're exiting, that's not bad. That's 50 pips. I'd go for that. Shit. I lose 60 pips in the first 15 minutes of a Kai's trades that he gives out. So what the fuck? But anyhow, this is this. Okay. Now this is 3 indicators that I use. Now let's add another indicator and see where we're at. Okay, where are we? Right here. Okay, so now we're going to add my old friend. Where are you? Parabolic bar. Okay, parabolic SAR. This is the same one Akai uses. Okay, I like white. I can see white. I like it thick. And I don't like it opaque. I want to see the damn things. Okay. Now here's what Witchmajig was trying to tell you, and I kind of like it. I think it's good. Now look. See this? See how close this is? These balls? The further away, the stronger the trend. As the balls come near, it is telling you that a possible reversal is going to take place. Okay? As you can see, look, we're going down. They're getting real close. They're touching, and then bam. Now, how he has it, he likes to enter on the second one as long as you're between the 35 and the 75 zone. Okay? He says like 35, from the 10 to the 50. This is where he enters, and here's where he's wrong, and I'm going to tell you he's wrong. I say he's wrong. Okay, see this? Say we entered here. Okay? Just say we entered here. We're looking at our stochastics, and say we entered here, right? Bam, what happened? It never hit the green line. Now we're into a drawdown. And this is what happens to us. We're always in a fucking drawdown with his fucking things. Okay. Now, most people will wait till it comes up here. Hits this. It still may turn, but at least you have a better chance of it going all the way. See, if you would have waited till here, look, now you're going up. Now you're from this candle all the way up here is probably 50, 60 pips. I don't know. 105 pips. Okay? Basically. So, that's this. Now, I'm going to suggest that you guys put these on your screens. Look at your charts. Don't trade tonight. Just take the night off and look through charts and start finding out things like this. Now, if you want to use the 3 moving averages, I suggest you use the 3 moving averages. Okay, where the 200, all the 200 is, 200 is just a trend breaker. I know when the trend's going to break. Believe me, I can tell when the trend's going to break. I don't need a 200 moving average to blast through something to tell me it's going to break. Okay, so that's the parabolic SAR, and I'll show you. Here's Akai's method. Akia or whatever, AKI, Akai. Okay, his thing's like this. When it jumps over top, it's going down. So if we're coming along, right, and say we're right here, we don't know what this other stuff is after this. So this dot forms, right? We wait to the next dot, right? Okay, is it moving up or is it moving down, right? Normally you want it from up here going down to 35. Nothing, don't enter anything under here, okay? This is a no sell zone down here. Do not sell down here. You'll be sorry. You'll lose if you sell down here, okay? You really want to try to get the top of it. I mean, if you get up here, right where this crosses over, right, and they're both, this isn't really moving down yet, but you know it's going to be moving down because you can see it. You can see your moving averages are sloping down, okay? So we all know it's this. And plus, look, right here. Here's a classic enter. Time to enter right here. So with all these things, and you kind of know it's a strong thing because look how far up the dots are. See? And then it starts losing steam. See? And then the dots change. Sometimes these dots will change for no, they'll be all over the place. Okay? It does not work in a sideways market. None of these indicators work in a sideways market. Okay, so now that we got that, okay, let's add my next indicator. And this is, I like this indicator a lot. Okay, so come on up here. I go all the way down here. It's called fractals. This one's actually called Williams fractals. You see it right here? Okay, it may, on your platform, it may just be called fractals. I don't know. Okay, so I add that. Okay, so let's set it up. Okay, I like red. I like bright red, and that's what it is. I like bright green. That's what it is. Okay, and just two periods is good. See these little triangles that popped up here? Okay, so let's take a look. High, low, low, high, low, high, low. Okay. How these work? Okay, here's a method in itself. Okay, say I'm looking to enter a trade, right? And then we're going to take our tool here. We're going to take our horizontal ray. See this at the very bottom of the tip wick? Say I drop a line. Bam! Right? This is a breakout strategy. If you want to do breakouts, this is your method right here. Okay. This is the low of this candle, of these candles right here. This is the low. So if it's going along here, you don't want to enter it. But once this candle hits this line, you enter. You enter and say you're slow, right? And you want confirmation. You don't want some candle japping your ass up like that. So say you enter here, right? Well, geez, man, it's pretty good, right? Look at it. Damn, it's great. You're in the trade prior to this. See this? You're in the trade to this. And when you see stuff like this, you know this is going down. Look, things don't live underneath the 10% for very long. Nothing stays under this 10% very long. See? It goes up, so you know it's up. Nothing lives up above here to 90 to this. Every once in a while you'll see shit run up into there, but not very often. I mean, you know, am I dropping lines? Fuck. Okay, let me get out of this. Remove. Okay, so you entered here, right? It's a pretty damn good tool. Now you're saying, well, geez, where do I put my stop loss? Well, check this out. And we're going to make this red for stop loss. Okay? You go 2 fractals up. 1, 2. Here is your stop loss right at the top of this wick. This is your stop loss. Right there. Bam. Always go 2. From the time you drop the line, 1, 2. Not here. You'd be like a retard then. But you go 2. Too high. Okay? If you're going low, then it's too low. Okay? And it works exactly the same if you're selling. Or buying, rather. Okay? So, let's take a look. Okay? Where do you exit? I mean, well, you know, hey, that's a very good question. You know, what I do is I keep dropping lines. I keep dropping lines. And if it, as long as it's coming down and it's breaking through, but once it comes back up, I may want to get out because I just hit a low area. But then, you know, if I'm looking at this and this, I'm saying, you know what? No, I'm going to let this ride. And of course, you know, it broke over right through here, right? Now I'm looking at this. I'm saying, okay, this is going up. Shit, how much higher is this going to go up? I mean, you know, it could go skyrocketing up. You know, this is the problem with this alone. You don't know the strength of it very well. But once it comes up here and peaks and starts coming down, you know it's coming down again. Plus, you know it's coming down through this 10 EMA. Look, this 10 EMA is showing you price action right here. Okay? Price wants to stick around these 10. What this 10 is doing, and the difference between, let's do a little experiment here, okay? Let's add a no. Let's add moving average. Okay, so we added 2 new moving averages. Okay, we added a right here, and we're going to make this I don't know, what do you say, what was it, a 21 you had? I don't know, a 21. And this isn't a exponential moving average. So this is just the average of 21 candles. Okay, now the difference between the exponential is it has extra weight values in the calculation. So let's say, I can't really see dark blue and black, so sorry. So I'm going to use this as a teal line, okay? And we're just going to go take a look and see where this thing is crashing through. And I'll show you why I don't like this. Look, it's all, you know, here we are, right? We're coming through, we crash through. Okay, now, this is a, remember my line, my 50 here is a EMA, same as yours. You have a regular 21 moving average crashing through. So now you're in a buy, right? You're buying right here. Well, guess what? You bought here too. But you probably wouldn't have bought too much here. Well, I guess you would have. Yeah, you would have. Sure you would have. But here you're buying here. You're coming up. Now you're getting out. And this is sideways market here. So here, I get in here. You got in at the very top of it. So, hey, it worked out this time. So, hey, it may work. Okay. Very good. So, and you know, and you can always go in here and just say, okay, let's do bright green and do 200. Okay, and so this is just cutting straight across. And from what they're saying is, okay, the trend's broke. Okay, I don't know. Is the trend broke? I don't think the trend is broke. No, the trend ain't broke. It could be. Maybe it was moving up. I don't know. Yeah, look, memory problems. Okay, well, whatever. But you understand what I'm doing here. Okay, but this is my method in a nutshell. It's a good method. It works for me. It's super, and that's all, you know. Best I can say is, you know, got in here, ride it all the way out if you want. I mean, that's in a day. But if you want to go super fast, I mean, look, this is such. If you would have put, say you put $10 a pip on this, say you had the funds to back this up, and listen, I'm telling you right now, if you would have did this, if you would have did this at $10 a pip, okay, I'm telling you right now, if you would have did this at $10 a pip, and you would have used this fractal, and you said, I'm going to change this to yellow. I can't stand red. Can't even see it. Let's thicken this line up. Really thicken it. Okay, so you got in here, right? It crushed through here. You got in before the signal. Okay, so you're in here at the fractal. You go up 2. Okay, so let's drop another line. And this will be a red line because it's stop loss. Okay, so here's your stop loss. Okay, let me just make sure I'm not dropping lines. Okay, that's a little unrealistic here. Nobody's going to come up here and say, okay, at $10 a pip, that's $3,804. I mean, if things went sideways on you, you really fucked up. But, you know, you could have entered here as soon as you saw it drop down some, or say $1 a pip. That's not too bad. I mean, and if you rode all the way down here and say at $10 a pip, I mean that's it's still going down. I mean, this is a live chart too, guys. Oh, about 300. So you're, damn. I mean, you're talking $3,000 here. And if it was $100 a pip, you're looking 30 grand for a little bit of time, and very no risk. I mean, say you had balls of steel, right? And you dropped the damn stop loss right here. What am I dropping lines? No. Say you wanted to right where you came in at, right up at the top of this candle here. Okay, so there you are. Okay, that's like 18, 20 pips. Yeah, I mean, if it's $10 a pip, $200 loss, a $200 risk to make 3,000. I don't know what the ratio is, but someone work it up. I mean, say even like a $5. I mean, it's, or $1 a pip. I'd be happy with $1 a pip. And say you did this with 5 or 6 pairs. So you really don't need to be in there juggling in. And, you know, I work in the day. I can't, you know, I'm constantly missing signals. I'm constantly looking at my phone and going, oh, shit, man, what's going on now? Oh, God. You know, because I can't see shit like this at work. I mean, I'm relying on my friggin' phone. So, this is the video, and I'll upload it as soon as I can. Okay, guys? Well, I hope you learned something here, and this is my method. This is what I use, and it's a number of different methods thrown together. And you know, I've written a lot of different methods. I've written methods just on the parabolic SAR. I've written methods on the fractal, just the fractal. And I just, you know, I showed you how to do this. Okay, real quick, just so you know. Okay, here's an up. Okay, up. You drop the line. Okay, you drop the line. It comes crashing through. Okay, you're in it. Okay, you can drop, and then the next one here. See this next little fractal? If you drop another line, as these things are forming, right? Okay, now when it comes down to here, okay, so basically you've made this much. And I mean, you can use stochastics. I mean, you could get out right at the very top by looking at your stochastics too. I mean, you entered here, which is kind of a no-no, okay, because it's still going up, but it's but see, it's playing in here, and you can get good rises in this stuff. So, you know, it's just what you see. I mean, you know, anything can happen in the Forex market, but this kind of calms it down a little and all. So, oh fuck, I thought, oh, that's 30.9 pips. I was thinking it was 309 pips. I was like, wow, okay, but this is it. You guys have a good night, and hey, let's make some money.